We're going to turn now to March Madness. This is a big day. Fans need to lock in their brackets before noon Eastern today. 64 teams are vying for the national championship. We've been telling you all morning long, I don't really know a whole lot about college basketball. So to have a shot at winning our office pool, I set out to find the secrets behind a winning bracket. And that led me to some experts with tips and tricks for all the madness. Well, we managed to make it to mid-March, and while it's pretty chilly here in New York City, it doesn't really matter. Because inside the walls of the CBS News Broadcast Center, the competition is really heating up. Clearly, March Madness is all anybody's talking about. Hi, Steven. But I'm not really the world's greatest basketball fan. I can't even really play the game.
This is where it's gonna get ugly.
Go. Careful.
All right.
Live your best.
Terrible at sports.
But I don't want to be embarrassed in front of my co-hosts, Nate, Gayle, and Tony. So I'm going to talk to CBS Sports' John Rothstein. He's going to help me build the perfect bracket.
The more that you know about college basketball, the worse you're going to do in your bracket. I want to point that out.
Explain.
The people who look at a bracket and can just fill it out with their gut are going to do much better than the people who obviously eat this for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
For the casual fan, then,
Okay.
what makes this period of time, March Madness, what makes it fun?
The unpredictability of it, and I think you look back a year ago as a perfect example, St. Peter's, who pulled off arguably the biggest upset in the history of the NCAA tournament, beating Kentucky in the first round.
You can feel the madness. Cinderella lives in Indianapolis.
Everybody loves to look at a bracket and try and find who's going to be a Cinderella team, who is going to be a sleeper, who is going to be able to pull a major upset. Vlad, college basketball, where the unexpected becomes the ordinary.
All right, so put it on the line, man. What are your predictions for this year?
Two teams that stand out are both from the state of Texas. Everybody's talking about Houston playing in its home city for the Final Four. Wouldn't shock me if Baylor played in its home state.
Boss lady!
Nobody calls me that, Vlad.
That's right, we call you the Big Cheese.
Okay, why are you here?
I know nothing about March Madness. I need a team to pick, to root for. Who are you rooting for?
I am rooting for the University of Houston. Both my parents went there. They have fond memories of college basketball. H-Town.
All right, so while you can root for your hometown team or your alma mater, March Madness is really about March Madness. And for that, I need a couple of mathletes. So I've got two academics from MIT to help me out. The odds of creating a perfect bracket are 1 in 120 billion. But statisticians Toeed Zaman and Sean Chow built a computer model that they say is inching closer to beating the odds.
Picking the teams that are going to win, that are like the favorites, that'll get you an okay bracket. But if you want to win, you got to pick the upsets. That's the secret sauce.
All right, so show me this model.
So now we're about to basically run some code that helps generate these brackets that we're talking about.
Yeah, these are just brackets after bracket after bracket popping up.
There you go.
So this one has Tennessee winning it all.
Yes.
This one has UConn winning it all. How many scenarios can you calculate before you actually submit a bracket?
Typically, it's about 5,000 different scenarios you kind of
5,000 different scenarios. So can somebody do that without using an algorithm? Probably not.
Absolutely not.
It would be very difficult to do that effectively.
If I had to make a list of the things that I should keep in mind when I go about making my bracket, what should I keep in mind?
So typically in the first round, there's around like 10 upsets or so. Some of the most common upsets are the 6th ranked team and the 11th ranked team, where the 11th ranked team actually beats the 6th ranked team about 3/7 of the time, which is actually quite common.
But really the key is you got to get those final 8, final 4, final 2, and the final 1 right to get a lot of points.
And so, while I might not end up making the perfect March Madness bracket, at least I'm going to give it a shot. Yikes. Well, Toeed and Sean haven't shared their algorithm widely just yet. They were kind enough to work their magic and help build this bracket for me. I took the advice from all the experts, my producer, Alyssa Candiotti, and of course our boss, Shauna, because I have Houston going all the way. This is my bracket, folks.
I love it, Vlad. I hope you post that to social media to be online. It's a
Absolutely
valuable
will.
object.
I know nothing. Let's hope I win. Would it suck if I win?
I think you will win. You got a computer doing it for you. So